All right, what is up, guys? My name is Lauren. I'm with Sweats in the City, and today I'm doing a masterclass all about how to turn your services into an online product. So it doesn't necessarily have to be online, but I'm going to talk about it as you would want to bring something online. Just because we'll go into it a bit more today, but why I think it's beneficial to have an online product versus a service. So if you have any questions, please post them below. Please say hi. Please give me a thumbs up. I love hearing from you, and we will get right into it. Hi, Chris. Thanks for watching. That's awesome. All right. I'm just making sure it transfers over okay, which is not. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so how to turn your services into a product. So like I said before, please say hi. Let me know what you're watching. I'd love to hear your questions as we go along. Okay, so let's talk about providing services. And I mean, if you are a personal trainer, if you're a nutritionist, if you are a health coach, if you are someone who trades your service, trades your time for a service. And so this could be providing one-on-one coaching, semi-private training, or small group training. So you are there training the people. You get paid by the hour. You have a group or community that you enjoy being a part of, which I think is really important, and a benefit of training in person or being a part of a gym, and connecting and coaching with people in person. So these are two benefits. The other two things may be hindering. The limitations may be the limited amount of hours in the day. You work more hours to make more money, so there's like a barrier there. So you can only work so many hours in the day, and depending where you are, I'll talk about it, you can limit it how much you charge. And I know it's not all about the money, but when it comes to growing your business or making an impact or just taking care of yourself, and as you grow as a coach, you should be able to charge more money if you have more experience. And sometimes you can't do that unless you're working for yourself, but sometimes it's hard to structure that. So you need to work more hours to make more money, and limit it to how many people you can actually help in the day. So if you only work 8 hours in the day, or 12 hours, let's say, you can only help as many people as you can fit into those 12 hours. So there's limitations. I don't like limitations with myself. I like being able to grow, and if I feel like there's limitations, I will feel super uncomfortable. So I don't know if you can relate to that, but let me know. Also, with the time for service situation, if people cancel, you don't get paid. So creating something online. So maybe you've tried doing this before and it didn't work. No one signed up. Maybe you've thought about what it would be like to wake up in the morning and just help more people from your laptop and be able to be online knowing that you're creating results somewhere else without actually being with that person. You don't have to worry about driving places or snow, or cancellations, or getting up super early in the morning, or having to work super early hours and super late hours. You may think that everyone else is doing all this online stuff and that there's not enough room for you, and that you may think that it's going to be too much work. And I'll say everything else is like really beneficial, so you can achieve or overcome all of those other things by working online, but it is work. You do have to create a structure, you have to create a strategy, and you have to put the time in. It's not just like flip open your laptop, I'm open for business, come and like sign up with my programs. You do need to work at it, and I have clients that will tell you that that is true. And I even know from my own experience. Going online is competitive. There's lots of people doing it. It does take a lot of work, but there is room for you. So if you think about if you work at a gym and you're working with clients, the same thing, and like obviously clients want to work with you because they're attracted to you for the way that you coach or the services that you provide or the type of clients that you work with. And when you bring that online, there is like the world is your oyster. There's this like I don't know how many more times people, but they're all going to be drawn for you for the same reasons as why the people in the gym were drawn to you. So don't be discouraged about how many other people are online doing this, because people will be attracted to you and want to work with you for reasons that have to do with you and reasons why someone may want to work with someone else. So we're all unique and we all help different people in different ways, and that allows us to grow our businesses. And when you bring that online, they can grow bigger because there's no limitations. So we don't want to create an online service. So we're getting away from the in-person service. We don't want to create an online service. We want to structure what we're going to do online as a product versus a service. So we wanted to have a clear outcome at the end. We want the customers to know what they're going to get. I find this easier to create a price point around it, and it's better for you for financial forecasting. And you'll see maybe why these things are important later on as we talk, but when you create yourself as a product, it's way easier to market versus a service. So step number 1, you really need to get clear on your ideal client. So who is this product for? You can't just go out and be like, I'm a personal trainer for everybody, or I'm a nutritionist for everybody. You have to be like, I'm a nutritionist for or I'm a strength and conditioning coach for people over 60 who want to keep up with their grandkids, who want to stay strong and reduce pain. So you really want to know their biggest pain points, what they're struggling with, what they want to overcome, and what's holding them back to what they really want to achieve. And if you can understand those things, then your marketing and the way that you can talk to your ideal client is going to be like amazing. But you'll know that when your ideal client hears you talking like that to them, they're going to build that no trust like factor and want to work with you because they can feel that you understand them, that you get where they are, you're meeting them where they're at. And if they feel like you understand them, then they're going to be more likely to want to work with you and believe you of what you're saying is going to help them get to where they want to be, because you know where they want to be. You know where they are, and you know where they want to be. And the biggest roadblocks that they're having, which I kind of talked about. And step number 2, you want to provide a solution to solve their biggest pain point and achieve their biggest goal. So you really want to understand what they want and why. So if you're going to be working with the elderly, like, you know what they really want is to stay young longer, build strength, not be in pain during the day, have more energy, and ideally to keep up with their grandkids is a really big one. And I say that because my parents are getting that age. They don't have grandkids yet, or maybe not ever, but anyways, that's a different subject. But I know that my parents would want to keep up with their grandkids, so that's where I'm speaking to that point. So you don't focus on what the problem is, focus on what they are going to be getting and the biggest results. So same thing with the grandparents. It's they're going to be getting the energy and the strength to keep up with their family, and that's what's really important to them. So if you talk to them about doing sets and reps and how many times a week they need to do it, and the reason why you need to go all the way down in your squat, they don't care. They'll be okay, that makes sense, but they're just going to trust you. If you tell them, I'm going to get you strong so you can stay young longer, that you're not going to be in pain when you get off the couch, and that you're going to, 6 o'clock is going to roll around and you're going to have as much energy as you did when it is 10 a.m. It's that is going to be more important and more beneficial and effective to speak that way versus what they're actually going to be getting in the program. So example, personal training sessions 3 times a week with a nutrition check-in, or a 6-week online strength training program to increase energy and strength to keep up with the grandkids. So it's you want to take what you're providing and turn it into a structured product with a clear end result. So it's not the check-ins, it's not the Facebook live groups. It's I'm going to get you here. This is what the product is. This is what you're getting. It's just like buying a water bottle. It's this is going to hold water in your backpack and not spill. It's this is going to get you stronger. It's going to keep you more energized take away all the pain. They're very defined on what the product is. So in order to do this, you have to know your ideal client, and you define your services as a product that focuses on the end result. And the other thing that's really important is you want to focus on creating a product or an offer that you really want to be known for. And so I see a lot of personal trainers, nutritionists kind of like bounce around. Like if they're talking to one person one day, then they're talking to someone else the next day. It's like, what do you really want to be known for? It's like, oh, that's Lauren and she works with blank. Or you're talking with someone, you're like, oh, you have these problems? I know exactly who you should work with. Because the more you can define who you want to work for, or not work for, who you really want to help and create that product for, then it's easy to market. It's easy when you're talking about it. It's easy when you start to associate your brand with helping that certain person with that certain problem with your certain product. And it becomes very clear. And so, anyways, those are the big 3 things I wanted to talk about today. If you have any questions about this, please send me a message. I'd love to talk about it more. If you would like, I have a worksheet that you can run through that defines a program or a product or an offer. They're all kind of used interchangeably, but it talks about like how to price it or how long should it last for, what are the big problems, what are you accomplishing. So it really outlines everything, so it's very clear. And so this conversation or this presentation, I kind of like bounced around a little bit, but on the worksheet, like I'm a big person where if I write it down and see, it makes a lot more sense to me. I have like post-it notes and whiteboards everywhere, and that's why I do these presentations with a screen so I can like go off of it and so that you can see it too. But if you want that worksheet, send me a DM and I'm happy to send it to you. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be doing these master classes every Friday at 2. And so I love having you. It's great to see people watching. Thank you so much for your time today. And I will talk to you next week. Thanks so much, guys.